wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything.
Hey Tankers, Banzi Duck here. So today we are in my Centurion 7-1, Tier 9 British Medium. We find ourselves on Redshire in an assault battle in a Tier 10, Tier 9, Tier 8 game, so mid-tier medium. Now the Centurion line, I should say, I got the 5-1, the rack, the 7-1. I even have the Centurion Action X, although I don't play that as often at Tier 10. But Tier 9 medium, this thing is just... I love it. It's a good all-around tank. It's going to be getting some buffs, or they're testing some buffs on it here on Super Test. And mainly, I think what it needs is a speed buff. All right, it needs a speed buff. That's it. Otherwise, I think the tank itself does quite well. Reload is not terrible. Accuracy is really good. It's a 105 millimeter gun with a average damage of 390 and average penetration 268 with the standard round, which is APCR. The gold round is a heshed, 105 millimeter heshed with a 480 average damage and 210 penetration. It's still got good shell velocity too. And then of course you get a third level heshed, which is a 105 millimeter penetration average and 480. So I mean, for those weak little arties, that would be good. This is, I mean, you hit an arty with this, he's going to feel it. You hit a Barask with this thing, he's going to feel it. I'm playing in an encounter battle. Don't see those very often, but then again, I'm not platooning with anybody today, so I have encounter and assault turned on. But we're playing an assault battle, and we're defending. Now, Redshire is I've played this map a couple times in this type of mode, and it's always been a real beast for me. So my first thought is I need to get somewhere where I can use my gun depression and my turret armor and hopefully protect myself. So rolling down through the ditch here. Let the bat chat go ahead. And I thought, well, okay, let's go up with the IS-6 and the 105-1000. An E50 making a runner. A little nice 392 shot, so just barely high roll. Now, like I said, the speed buff on this thing would be really nice. I don't have any real complaints about the gun or anything else. Dispersion seems to be pretty good. I am running all bond equipment on this thing. Bird stab, rammer, and vents. It's one of my tanks that has pure bond equipment. Come on. Oh, just take the shot, Banzi. There you go. I was hoping he was going to back in. If I kept my gun there, then I could hit him. But I got a good chunk of him. I can't complain. And then we ricochet. So, is that me, or is it the gun? I think it's me. Obviously, you can tell as it's twitching. My hand must be shaking. All right, so I'm playing the hill here. And I figure, okay, these guys did not do what I've seen a lot of teams do, where they just surround you, right? Mad rush down here, and then they just surround you, and you're caught in a crossfire, and these guys are just keeping you lit, right? They weren't able to achieve that. Not for the lack of trying, though. Look at that 4005. He's pushing it. Playing mediums that you really enjoy. In my struggles, it's tanks, it's maps, it's gameplay, it's making the right decisions, it's being a day late and a dollar short on a shot. But yeah, this map is sometimes I find it to be a struggle in a medium, to be honest with you, because whether it's standard, if it's a standard battle, obviously where the heavies, mediums, and lights are all at. In an encounter battle, it changes everything, right? Or an assault battle, it changes everything, because now you're playing defensively. You can be aggressive when you're playing the defense side of an assault, but it generally doesn't work very well, because you get overextended. This team just played defense and did honestly a pretty good job, I think. Alright, so we got this grill back here, and he's behind an indestructible house. Brask making a runner back behind us. There's a leopard 1 up there, and I did get spotted, so I was like, okay, gotta be careful. I really don't want to get popped by this grill. Just don't want to. Spend a lot of time trying to get some shots on him. He's just not going to give it up. He's not going to come out and let me do it. Leopard 1 spots me, so it's time to back out, fall back, get to some protection. He looks like he really wants to get me out of here. Pull up the hill and see if I can spot him. Use my turret gun depression, and he's going to sit there. He shoots and bounces. I shoot and hit. 370, bounced 420. Chase him back down the hill. He's like, don't want to mess with that one. There's already trying to get a sneaky shot in on me, but that doesn't work. 105, 1000 is still looking at that grill. He really wants that grill. Being patient is the, in my opinion, is the key to defending an assault battle. They have to win. They have to kill everybody. They have to cap. You don't have to. You just have not to die or lose the cap, right? That's your win in the game, and then you win. Alright, so we got the leopard 1 down here. Down dark. I put a shot. Didn't see any dirt, so obviously I got a piece of him. Probably tracking. I always seem to hit the track. Then again, I tend to shoot for the middle of the tank, right? Very rarely do I end up going for the commander's hatch, stuff like that, unless I'm face to face with them, that type of scenario. But it's a slow moving game right now. Sorry for the delay. Here goes the leopard 1. He's trying to make a run. I'm gonna say, no way, buddy. No way. You're not getting away. Spotted again. We got a lion in behind us. I think both the 105 1000 and myself were both fixated on this grill, because if we can just get him out of there, dig him out of there, then the M46 and the waffle tracker can probably move up, because they're not being aggressive. These guys have not taken advantage. Now the Barask is trying to take advantage. I will give him that. Grill, and I shot into him. I should have loaded Hesh. There's a shot that went nowhere. Barask is down. M41, M4A1 Rav, Ravioli over here. Tornbogen, and a BZ-176. Lion's gone dark. Not sure where he's at. We're going to see him in a little while, but there he is. He's making a move. Spotted by him, and there's the lion. I'm like, oh, dude. Come on, Banzi. Target of opportunity right here. He's making a runner. Auto aim and a shot. Artie's in on the E100, Jagdpanzer E100. Oh, and he zigged when I thought he was going to zag. Otherwise, I'd have had him. Alright, but we chased the lion out of there. M4A Rev is over here. Hornwagon. Oh, just can't get the shot. Just don't get him lined up fast enough. 748's down. I take the shot from the lion. He came back. Take another shot from him. Fall back and he's down. Alright. Alright, so we got 2 RD and a TD left. I'm going to skip ahead because I kind of hesitate here. Alright, so moving through, there's the 704. Taking some shots. Shite taco is in my way. Alright, where are you at? You're gonna come on, show yourself. There's a blind shot. Clock's counting down. We've already, I mean, we're gonna win this thing, right? It's obviously a win. Just trying to get some last minute damage and not be very aggressive. I don't have to be aggressive at this point. There's a shot into him and he's down. Alright, that leaves 2 RD, which I'm not going to see any damage off of. I got second class, I got spotter, fire for effect, 107,659 in credits, 2,923 in experience. I did 3,077 in damage, got 2 kills for base XP of 974. So, what? Number 2 in base XP and number 2 in damage. I'll take that. I fired 15 shots. Of those, 11 hit, and of those, 9 penetrated. 1174 from 300 meters out, and I blocked 420, and I assisted for 1,543. Made some credits, made some good experience. So basically, it's just we all struggle with maps and different game modes. And what I see a lot is, you know, in assaults when you're defending, your team can be overly aggressive, and then they get way out. They overextend themselves, and then they just get torn up. Honestly, you just have to play a defensive game, right? I'm not saying sit back, hide behind a rock the whole time, but, you know, pick your shots well. Encounters, I think people just lose their mind in encounter battles, honestly. We got to get the cap. We got to cap it out. Well, it takes like, 4 minutes to cap or something? So it's not worthwhile. Playing, you know, fairly, I think it's starting to be power creeped. It may already be power creeped. The Centurion 7-1 is not the tank that it was in its heyday, but it's still a good tank. I mean, until somebody starts throwing heat at your turret, you can pretty much bounce quite a bit. It's accurate. I got a really good crew in it, so because I've played a lot of games in it. So, I mean, for me, it works very well. I've got 1 mark on it. I'm trying to get the second mark, not be overly aggressive with it, but just trying to do that. And you know, then the map, you know, Redshire is a difficult map at times, depending on what mode of game you've got. So these are just little things that in my current struggles of Watt and things that I try to overcome. I try to look back and go through the games and see, you know, what did I do? I mean, there's a lot of them where I just did really stupid shit. But then there's somewhere it's not a great game. It's not a standout game. I'm going to have an Ace Tanker game that was sent to me by Tonester, where he plays Redshire in a standard battle, and it works really well for him. But you know, not that case for me. But again, just on my struggles, you know, different maps, modes, tanks, you name it. We all try to make it work, right? So anyway, that's my Centurion 7-1 on Redshire in an assault. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you don't like the video, hit the don't like button. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. This is Banzi Duck out.